Welcome to From Loneliness to Overflow with Matina. I'm your host, a holistic healing coach, divorce recovery coach, and a passionate advocate for personal growth and your guide on the journey to healing. This podcast is for those who are struggling with the feelings of loneliness, disconnection, feeling stuck, and who are ready to discover their inner potential and live a life overflowing with love and connection. Inside, we're going to explore the path from pain to transformation, bridging the gap between loneliness and abundance through heartfelt conversation, spirituality, energy work, and self-awareness. So let's get started on this soulful journey together. Welcome to the very first episode From Loneliness to Overflow with Matina. Our mission is simple. It's really truly to inspire and empower you to embrace healing. Unlock your inner potential and live a life that's overflowing with love and purpose. Today's episode is going to be very personal. I'm going to share with you moments in which I had to grow from my loneliness moments into receiving the overflow. It wasn't truly not until I went into understanding that I was in search of more. So let me take you to a moment in time of my life where I was searching. I was now 2 years in my separation, building a life that I truly believed in. But yet there was something empty inside of me, something that was telling me it isn't enough, there's more. And I didn't know what that more was. I didn't understand what I was in search of. All I knew that the way that I was living wasn't enough. And when I started searching for answers and stepping into my healing journey, doing my soul searching, I came across beautiful videos from Tony Robbins that truly spoke to my heart. And as I was listening and asking myself quality questions, I started to understand that, oh my gosh, all my life, I've had so many moments where I felt lonely, where I felt alone, even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of people, even in the midst of not knowing where my life was truly going. So as I sat down with the questions that Tony Robbins was sharing in his videos, and as I sat down and looked at those questions, they were all future-based. None of them was past-based. It wasn't about analyzing and sitting with the past. It was truly about, who are you? What do you want? I knew what I didn't want. And it was so easy, right? Like telling people what I don't want. I don't want to have this happen to me or that happen to me. I want this beautiful life where I have a home, I have a husband, I have children, I have all of those beautiful things, but is that enough? And I never asked that question to me because from a very young age, I was given this magic box. And this magic box truly only said, what you need is a good education, a good job, a partner to go to, children to raise, have a home, have cars, and go on these beautiful vacations. And that will be your perfect life. There's nothing else that you can ever want or need when you have it all. I had that life. I lived that life. But in that life, I felt alone. In my marriage, I felt alone. Growing up as a little girl, I felt alone. There were so many countless moments of loneliness. And why that was all because I was so focused on the external. I was so focused on what life was telling and teaching me. You want a fulfilled life? Get yourself a good job. Do something meaningful. You want a good partner relationship? Find yourself a good husband. You want to have an impact on others? Raise children. You will be able to impact them as much as you want. But those are all external things. Nothing in my life, from that little girl moment to the adult woman that I am today, asked what I wanted, asked where I was living and where I wanted to go to. I never asked myself that question because I believed wholeheartedly in this magic box. I believed that if I have all of this, I've made it in life. And I was living that life. But even as I was living that life, I also realized that my vision of life, my value system in life was different than my husband's. Now, there's no right or wrong here. We both have our own journeys. The relationship didn't last. That's okay. We both grew from it. But I had to really come to be okay with that the magic box that I thought that was going to be my everything wasn't my everything. I can tell you countless moments where I was crying in my bed alone, asking myself, why is this happening to me? And that question alone actually trains our brain to give us reasons. It doesn't train our brain to find solutions. But when I stepped into my personal growth, when I stepped into my soul searching, and when I stepped into asking my question, what does Matina want? How do I want to live my life? How do I want to raise my children? How do I want to grow into being the person that I truly believe that I am without having the understanding of who I am? See, as I stepped into my soul searching journey, and I went from questions like, why is this happening to me, to what am I calling into my life? What do I want to experience in my life? How many vacations do I want? Where do I want to live? Where do I want to grow my children? What experiences do I want to give them? Do you see the difference in the question? Why me is such a loaded question that's focused in on, oh my gosh, poor me, look at me. And it's a victim mentality. It is so focused on external factors and makes you believe you have absolutely no control over who you are as a person and who you want to be and the type of life you want to live. But when you ask yourself, who are you? What are you calling into your life? And you get so crystal clear as to what that is, and you live that frequency every single day, your life will shift. Is every single day going to be easy? Hell no. Even in my soul searching moments, I have loneliness moments, but I don't stay there. In those loneliness moments, I ask myself quality questions. Okay, this is happening. I don't like this. What can I do? What in me is calling this in? Where in me do I need to tell myself that I'm worthy of it, that I'm worthy of more? Where in me am I putting a cap on how much I can receive? Where in me am I showing up and not really truly vocalizing what I believe in? Where in me am I playing small? As you start asking these questions to yourself, you're going to realize how much power you have inside of you, how much you can grow from these moments of going from simple victimhood mentality and external focused mentality to internal focused mentality, to asking you like, okay, what can I do better here? Some of those answers will come quick. You will know exactly what you can do, while others, it won't. Not until you really reflect where it is coming from. I just shared with you the magic box. I didn't even realize that that's the mentality that I was carrying. And as I started asking myself these quality questions, I started questioning the magic box. I started questioning, is this really truly what I want? Do I feel complete when I have a husband, children, a good house, cars, money, vacations? Or am I also worthy right now? Oof, am I worthy right now? That question really hit hard because I didn't feel worthy. I felt my worth is based on other people and what they are telling me. If they believe that I'm worthy of receiving that love, then that's true. If they believe I'm not, then that's true. I really started recognizing how much value I was putting out in the world based on other people, not based on who I am from my heart and soul, not based on what I bring into this world, not based on the type of person I want to be. Playing small, I believe 90% of society does. Because we so much long to belong to the community we grow up in. We think this is life. This is it. There's nothing more that we can want. I tell you, you're not here to do a 9-to-5 job, to raise your children, to have a partner alone. All of those things are wonderful. All of those things you are worthy of. And when you start to believe, when you start to show up with this energy of, I am worthy, And I'm coming here with this energy of, I don't need to cling to you. I love you. I appreciate you. I can see the value in you, but I don't need to cling to you. Before we continue, I would like to offer you something special. If you desire to deeper and more meaningful connections in your life, and you're looking to improve your relationships with yourself and others, it's time to make a change. I'm inviting you to join our Deepening Connections Through Meditation group. Imagine improving your relationships through meditations that foster understanding and growth. Check out Matina Singh /meditation for more details and use the code GROWTH for an exclusive discount. Now let's get back to our soulful conversation, helping you on your journey of self-awareness and connection. The reason why I can see your value is because I'm seeing my value. The reason why I don't need to cling to you is because I know that whatever life throws at me, that I will be okay, that I will thrive, that I will grow, and that I will come to these moments in time where it's like, what just happened? Oh my gosh, this person is so amazing. Or my children are saying this to me and I'm like, oh, they're listening. But we get to decide first who we are, what we want in this life. So questions that I started asking myself is literally like, who is Matina? Who do I want to be? How do I want to show up in this world? What do I believe in? And as I was answering those questions step by step, I recognized that my current reality wasn't what I had down on paper. So what did I need to do to raise my frequency, to be at that level of receiving? What did I need to do to step into believing and feeling and empowering myself that I am worthy of it all, that I can live the life that I wrote down on paper? Is it an easy task? No, I won't lie to you. When I wrote down that I am worthy of great things, did I truly believe that? Did I truly believe that all those great things were popping up into my life that I would receive with open arms? No. Because my younger self, my inner child, would be like, no. I can only want this much. When I have this much, it's enough. I don't need anything else because I don't know what that feels like. I know that this is what I'm worthy of because I have created this safe space for myself. And I can't possibly feel or believe that if someone else is coming, be that a friend, be that a colleague, be that family members, be that your partner, it doesn't matter. If they come and they want to pour into you, they want to give you love, attention, time, all of those beautiful things. And you're like, no, I can only have this much. That's what I was doing. I was writing on paper, I want more, I want this, I want that, I want to experience this, I want to experience that. But in reality, my inner child was still playing small. My inner child was still like, this is enough. This is enough. I can't grow more. This is what I'm familiar with. This is what I believe in. And I had to grow from this to this, to this, to this, to this. Now, while this is bigger than what this is, I know I have more potential to grow. I have more potential to receive. I have more potential to really, truly, to every cell in my body believe that I'm worthy as I am. That I get to show up in life as I am. I don't need to play small. I don't need to hide. I don't need to run away from realities that are showing up in my life. Because God is literally like, okay, you told me you want this, this, and this. Great, let me give you that. And then when it shows up, it's like, is this really happening to me? What is the agenda here? Is this person for real? Do they need something from this? And you ask yourself these questions and this is all because you're in scarcity mindset. You're in fear. You believe that this is enough. You don't believe that this can be grown. You don't believe that you are worthy of more. So as I was living from my inner child perspective in this little bubble, I needed to understand that this little bubble could grow to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Right now, I believe I've grown from this little bubble to this. So there's so much more space to grow into and to receive and to believe and to show up. So with this podcast, I really truly want you to feel inspired to ask yourself quality questions, to ask yourself, what is my threshold? How small am I playing based on my past? How small am I playing because I believe the magic box should be a certain way? And that belief system doesn't come from my internal self. It actually comes from external factors. From what I was told by my parents, what I was told by school, my friends, the way that I grew up, all of those things impact us and it influences us to a deeper degree. And we not ask the question of, is this something that I want? Is this something that resonates with me? That I truly, fully, wholeheartedly believe in? And as you continue to ask yourself these questions, you're going to see the connection and the disconnection. The connection to you as a holistic person, telling and feeling to the bones of your body that you are worthy. And the disconnection from systems, from places, from ways of being and living that don't serve you. I had to go back into my past to understand that when I was growing up, that little girl who was allowed to be seen but not heard, who was allowed to be herself but not too loud. Let's dim it a little bit. I was receiving that, not as information to question, but as facts. So I quickly understood that if I behave in this specific way, I will be accepted. I will belong. I will be safe. In my marriage, when there were disagreements or when there were things that weren't really in alignment with what I believed in, I started telling myself, this is everyone goes through this. It's okay. I'll figure it out. It's okay. Yeah, I don't like it. I get it, but it's okay. I dismissed myself. Raising children, having that sense of responsibility on me, being so scared to do it wrong, to scar them for life, being in situations and things that didn't really serve me or them, questioning my self-worth based on external factors again, versus how do I want to raise them? Once I started asking, how do I want to raise them? I started looking for resources. I started doing things differently. I started showing up differently because now I was living a life and I was exploring a life of what do I want? Now, am I holding on to every single thing and system and solution that I learned along the way? I'm not. Some solutions you will grow out of. Some solution will just naturally go away. And others you will hold on to as there's no tomorrow because it resonates so deeply with you. It connects so deeply with you. At the end of the day, I believe that we all are out to do our best. But the best in society is so external based and not internal based. So give yourself a gift of questions, quality questions, not the why me questions, because the simple answer is why not? If it can happen to every single person on the planet, why not you? I asked myself the why not, and it wasn't an easy question to ask. It was so much easier when I asked, like, why is this happening to me? And why is this person treating me in this way? And why am I alone here? And why did this happen to me? I asked all those questions, but the answer that came out of it made me feel bad about me. My inner critic was louder as ever. Yes, it was judging other people and other situations, but more than anything, it was judging me. So when I ask the question, why me? I'm going to come up with 80% of the answer is going to be about how I am showing up. I'm going to be hard on me. I'm going to put myself down versus what do I want to do now? Where do I stand now? What is the next best step now that will call in the life that I want to have? That will call in the beautiful experience that I want to live. So feel inspired to find your quality questions. Feel inspired to embrace your healing, unlocking your inner beautiful potential. Because I promise you, once you start seeing the overflow of your mindset and how your mindset truly impacts the way the world shows up for you, you're going to impact so many more lives than you can ever imagine. And the direct impact is going to be with the people that you live with. They're going to see and feel and embrace what is truly happening in their lives. They're going to feel inspired by you. Are they going to see you struggle? Perhaps, but they're also going to see you thrive. And that 80% inner critic that always is going to be there, still haven't, it's going to be reduced to maybe 40%. And then from 40, you can slowly and slowly reduce it even more and more and more. Is it ever completely going to go away? Probably not, because that's just the way that we're wired. We are harder on ourselves, and the things that we say to ourselves, we would never, ever say to a best friend. The way that we treat ourselves, we would not treat someone else. So feeling and knowing that you are worthy as you are, that you belong in this world, that the safety is within you, that you get to choose how you show up, who stays and who remains in your life and who doesn't. You get to experience all of that. It's up to you. I really hope that you found value in this conversation today. My loneliness moments elevated me into my overflow moments. And as my cup is full, and as I am overflowing my cup, I have this beautiful saucer through which I can overflow my love and light to others with. And I hope you will do the same. Thank you for listening. I hope this episode has helped you to feel less alone in finding tools towards a life which is overflowing with love and purpose. If you enjoyed the episode, please take a second to rate and review. Each review helps us to reach more individuals who are seeking healing and personal growth just like you. And don't forget to take a screenshot and share your aha moments on your Instagram stories and tag me, Matina. See you next week. Take care.